All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is the brother Mayum coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, the great millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and this truth and sincerity. And I just want to go into, a quick little financial update. Just going off of what was taking place over the weekend, with Japan. Their market, dipping, I think it was about 12%, these are just more signs to show you, man, that these things are getting ready to go to a level that you never thought they could ever reach, at least not in your lifetime. So it says, I got this article here pulled up. And again, man, this is just more signs from the Heavenly Father, to show you that, what's taking place is the downfall of Babylon the Great. Okay? Sit in the dust, O virgin daughter. Real quick. So I can guess just bear with me. I forgot exactly how that precept is worded. Sit in the dust. Isaiah 47. I thought it was Isaiah 49. Salakia. All right, so Isaiah 47 and 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate," man. And this is America. All right, and I forget which brother was going into it. It was either one of the elders or the apostles. A virgin daughter, is esteemed as pure, clean, okay, undefiled, okay, and when you're brought down to sit in the dust, okay, you're defiling her, okay, you're bringing her down to a low estate, and that's the state that America is being brought down into, man, by the Spirit of the Lord, all right, through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And as it says in Isaiah chapter 19, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt, okay, which we know this is also, America is also known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, because this is the place where the Israelites, served their captivity. Okay, but it said, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." And that's the thing, is America is no longer being called this wonderful, lustrous, place to come and make something of yourself. Because now, as the world is continuing to spiral down the drain, okay, so is America, and the people are starting to realize that this ain't going to be the best place to be in when things continue to, when shit hits the fan, so to say. Okay, it says, verse 2, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." You see, and the Lord has been exposing this place, man, for the weak, fraudulent system that, has been pushed on the earth. And now its true colors is starting to be noticed. Okay, so this article that I got pulled up here is entitled U.S. Probably in Recession. The next Fed Insider says the downturn could have started sometime around last October. A former Federal Reserve advisor has said the United States may also be in a plain vanilla recession. A former advisor to the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, Daniel DiMartino Booth, told CNBC on Monday. The statement comes as world stock markets nosedive over fears the U.S. economy is weakening, and it's been weakening, man. It'll build back up in strength for a while, and then it'll come back down, and they keep having these ups and downs. And they tell you that every 7 years or so, they have these times of recessions, okay. But as you noticed over the last few years, okay, since about 8 years now. The so-called status, all right, of America has, so-called gone up according to the eyes of you people, because since Trump came in, he made it seem like everything was hunky-dory, like everything was going the right way. People were making more money. Okay, prices were coming down all over the place. Okay, so people thought themselves to be in good case. All right. And matter of fact, let's get that real fast. They shall think themselves to be in good case. Salaki, I think that's 2nd Ezra's, what is it, 15? Let me type it in, Salakia. Forgot where this precept is at. 2nd Ezra 16, Khan Salakia. Thought it was in 15, 16, and 21. It says, I'll start at verse 19. Well, I'll start at 17. 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Because even Ezra, a man of the Lord, one that the Lord revealed his secrets onto, even he himself was terrified of what was taking place on the, in the last days and the visions that he's seen, because he knew that it was going to be a time that not many people would make it through, man. Okay, so even he himself was concerned. 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So again, there's going to be a time like no other, man. And that's the thing, is that the Lord has propped up America. It's been a golden cup in his hand. Babylon the Great has been a golden cup in the hands of the Lord, man. So again, America had that view of, or the world had a view of America as if this was that golden place, that golden city, that great city Babylon, okay, where people can come and become something and or do business with America and become rich wherever they else, from wherever they were at. But it's slowly starting to realize, as we read back in Isaiah 47, that skirt is being lifted up. People starting to see that really it was rotten. Okay, but it says verse 19, 2nd Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And that's what when the economy completely takes a shit, a lot of people are going to be scared. A lot of people are going to suffer, especially the higher up you are, the more dependent you are on these stocks and the economy, the markets. The worse your fall is going to be. That old saying, the taller they are, the harder they fall, or the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, that soon is going to be envisioned or realized by the majority of y'all that think that propping yourself up with this economy is going to help you out, because as the world is seeing, and as you will surely see, is this place is going to completely collapse, man. All right, which is why the fears of the market's crashing has been, pushed out throughout the four corners, man. People are terrified. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air. Okay. But it says, verse 20, 2nd Ezra 16 and 20, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, man. You see, so even though things have been going up and down, and there's been plenty of warnings that have gone out, not only from the prophets, but their own economists, man. People have been warning of a downfall in the economy that is going to come, and nobody's minded it. Okay, no one's taking heed. You got some people that are investing in the gold, and some people that have come out and say, we got this package and that package, and if you buy it, you'll be okay, and if you follow this advice, and all types of bullshit. But no one's gonna have no answers in this day, because this day is gonna be a day like no other, where all other plans are going to go out the window. All other experiences and potential solutions to issues aren't going to be working. Why? Because it's going to be a time like no other. It's going to be worse than it could have ever been thought of. Okay, which is why it tells us that, man, in Matthew 24, time like no other. Okay. But it goes on to say, 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, going back to what I was talking about during the time of Trump, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And we've been seeing that happening, for a while now. Okay, not just during the Trump era, but if you go back even as far as the 1920s, where America was at the top, the pinnacle of its power and riches, man. Okay, really into World War II. Okay, but ever since then, they've been on a downfall. Okay, and people were thinking themselves, especially in the 60s, the 70s, it wasn't until really the 80s when things started getting really bad. But prior to that, man, people were buying cars for a couple $100s, buying homes for a couple $1,000s. Okay, to where now look at today, man, where the average income can't even afford to rent, let alone buy a home. Okay, to be able to pay it monthly, man. And it's only going to continue to get worse, where a bundle of wheat is going to cost a day's wage, man. That's how bad it's going to get. And all these little stimulus packages that they come out and they try to save the day, all that shit is only going to be working temporarily, man. It's only going to continue to prop up this dead man. Okay? And it says, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And why are people going to be dying of the sword? Well, let's go back to 2 Ezra 15 and get the answer for you there. I'll go into verse 18, 2 Ezra 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, that's how bad it's going to be out here. Why? Because of your pride, man. A lot of y'all continue to have this idea in your mind that shit is going to be sweet forever. That even if you do have a backup plan, that you're going to be able to be good on the other side. Because you were thinking like the 2008 recession. You're thinking that, well, I'm planning ahead for something like that to happen. That way I'm not caught off guard like last time. Well, you're still going to be caught off guard and you're still going to suffer. You're not going to escape these judgments that the Lord has come into the earth, man. All right, so it says, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. So when shit hits the fan and businesses start to go under and prices continue to go sky high, you're only going to be able to do so much, man. You're only going to be able to afford so much. You're going to be left with only a few solutions. Either get with the program of the MOTB and still live on a minimum basis, okay? Or go and loot, go and rob, go kill somebody that has something. And that's what's going to take place, man. That's what we've seen happen in other countries. That's what we're going to continue to see, and that's what's going to come to these streets, man. Okay? It's only going to be a matter of time, man. Like this article talks about, man. It says the U.S. probably in recession. It's not a probably, man. This thing is going to be of a certainty to give us an expected end, as the scriptures tell us, man. And we understand that the expected end is the complete downfall of Babylon the Great. Okay, militarily, financially, spiritually, the morality of America is completely going to be destroyed, man. There is going to be no hope. There is no salvation for this wicked ass society, man. It's only going to be the elect that get delivered up out of here, and the rest of it is going to be taken down, man. Okay, that's why the Lord told us to not be friends with this world, because this world is going to pass away, man. And so are the things of this world. But what's going to last, what's going to be around is going to be the truth, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what's going to endure these times, man. And if you don't have that, your ass is dead, man. Ain't no amount of investing, no amount of padding up your portfolio that's going to help you get past these times, man. Okay? And it's only going to continue to get worse. So let me read a little bit more of this article. It says a cyclical or plain vanilla recession is one of the two types of demand-driven recession. These typically follow periods of policy tightening that are aimed at staunching excess demand or inflation problems. According to DeMartino Booth, CEO and chief strategist for Quill Intelligence, the recession started sometime around last October. She pointed to a weakening job market, which they just came out with the job market for July, okay, which I believe it was for the second quarter, and it was horrendous, man. It went up. The unemployment went up from 4.8 low 4% to I think like the upper 5%, or the upper 4%, like 4.9 or something. So it shot up, man. Okay, and it goes on to say, she pointed to a weakening job market and increasing Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings. And if you also haven't noticed, man, a lot of these, big names out there in the financial world, these leaders are dumping stocks, man. You got to ask yourself why. Okay, why are a lot of these CEOs quitting their companies, retiring, taking their severance packages and cashing out on their stocks and dipping, man? Why do you think they're doing that, man? At an all-time high. It's not just one or two guys. This is hundreds of these guys, man, of these leaders, these CEOs. Okay? It goes on to say, and increasing Chapter 11 bankruptcy files. Additionally, she said, declining housing prices and increasing apartment supply suggests this trend may continue. Okay, it says the U.S. economy suffered an unexpected setback in July as hiring fell sharply and the unemployment rate rose for the fourth straight month, with interest hikes taking a toll on businesses and households, man. You see? So things are continuing to tighten up, man. Things are going to continue to get tighter because that's what the serpent does to suffocate its prey, man. To make it when it starts to devour you much easier, And it says the jobless rate jumped to 4.3%, up from 4.1% the previous month. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported on Friday. The figure is the highest since the onset of the COVID pandemic in 2020. The number of unemployed people across the U.S. rose by 352,000. Okay, listen to this. The number of unemployed people across the U.S. rose by 352,000 to 7.2 million, a notable increase from the 5.9 million registered a year earlier when the jobless rates were 3.5. You see, so 7.2 million people unemployed, man. And that's just what they're reporting. That's just what's reported. And even with that number, they fudge it up a little bit to make it look a little bit more respectable. But this is a failing economy, man. This is a falling nation. Not only are they divided, but this place is crumbling apart, man. The foundation of it, is crumbling. It says Friday's report added further fuel to mounting concerns that the Federal Reserve has waited too long to cut rates. U.S. recession worries roiled global markets on Monday. The Fed last Wednesday opted to keep its benchmark interest rate in the 5.25 to 5.5% range, where it has been for more than a year. Federal Chair Jay Powell indicated that the first rate cut of the post-pandemic era would come in September. Okay, so I mean that's pretty much the article, man. But things are getting worse, man. You feel you everyday Americans are starting to feel that stranglehold, and it's starting to become harder and harder to breathe. It's starting to get a lot harder for you to catch your breath in these times that are taking place, man. It's like you can't get a moment to take a breather because it's just one thing after another, and it's only going to continue to get worse. Okay, evil and only evil is come. Okay, the end is come. This is what we're seeing here on the earth, man. Is the end of this rulership, man. And it's been a long ride for y'all, but man, the doors have to close at one point, but the doors that are going to be opening are going to be where righteousness dwells. Okay, where there's going to be peace on earth, man, where everyone is going to be good. Okay, except for you Edomites. Other nations are going to be in captivity too, but they're at least going to be happy that the Israelites are in rulership. The rest, the Edomites, man, they're going to be trying to, they just going to be destroyed after they serve captivity. You best believe that. So, but hey, man, Lord's will, this was edifying. That's pretty much what I wanted to hit on. It ain't gonna get any better. It is only gonna continue to get worse. It'll go up for 2 days, 3 days, maybe a couple weeks, but shit is gonna continue to go south. Okay, circling the drain, CTD. All right. So hey, with that, Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and its truth and sincerity. With that, I say shalom.